Hey everybody, welcome to the 2022-23 school year. My name is Mr. Peterson and you'll either be in my homeroom or one of my classes this year. So just wanted to give you a little introduction and you'll learn a lot more as you come to school, but this should give you at least a start. So first off, a little bit about me, just a very brief overview here. I am married, I have two kids. Julia's 13, Matt is 7. You'll see pictures of them in school, I'm sure, and there'll be plenty of stories going back and forth as well. I am originally from Connecticut, but I have lived in Pennsylvania since college. So now I live in the East Penn School District. My kids will go to Emmaus High School when they're older. I went to Muhlenberg College, also have advanced degrees from Kutztown and University of Idaho. And I've been in the district since 2001, so quite a while now. My main interests include sports. I love watching all of them. Big Phillies and Giants fan. Like to play golf. I officiate high school basketball. I've been doing that for quite a while. Love to play board games. Like to watch my kids perform both in sports and on stage. So just a few things there. You'll, again, learn a lot more as you come to class. The classes that I have this year, first off, homeroom 1008. So that would be the career portfolio requirement. Some of you may be in my room for that. Algebra 3, Honors Geometry, and Honors Algebra 2 are the three classes that I teach. So some of you may be coming to me for the second time. If you are, I'm no longer up in the 300s, now in room 609, and so right in the middle of the math hallway. And for those of you that I'm new to, looking forward to meeting you. But these are the three basic classes that I have. All right, really big on communication. This is a major concept for me. So for students, you're going to be working mostly through Google Classroom, and you'll log into that on the first day. I also keep a weekly planner up to date, which is a Google slide, but you'll be able to see every day's work, including assignments that we do in class and anything that might be due out of class. It also archives, so you can go back to previous days. If you missed class, you can use that as a way to see what you missed. Email is a really good way to communicate with me because I can get to you outside of school hours very easily that way. So that's definitely the preferred way to contact me. And if I need to reach out to the whole class as a real quick blast of information, I will send that through Remind. So everybody will get signed up for Remind on the first day as well. For families, you can't access Google Classroom, at least not in the same way as the students can. But there is a class website that is linked through my staff page on the BASD website. So you can go there, click it, and bookmark it so that you have access to it all year. You'll be able to see that weekly planner that I referenced for students. Email is by far the best way for you to communicate with me as well. And if we need to talk on the phone, my phone number is listed here, but that phone is kind of directed right to voicemail during the day. So I definitely encourage that you use email first, and then we can establish a phone conversation time if we need to. Real quick on grading components, I break my grades down 80%, 20%, 80% for summative, things that are evaluating what you have learned. So tests, team tests, quizzes, projects, things that you're performing on. And 20% for formative, so things that will give us a good idea of where we stand during the unit, like an in-class assignment, Khan Academy as a check, lesson quizzes as a check, so things that are more of checkpoints along the way. All right, each quarter is going to count for 20% of your grade, which will add up to 80%. You have a midterm, you have a final exam, and of course assessment, that counts for 10% each. If you are taking an honors class, to be considered for honors recommendation in the next class, you will have to have an 80% or higher in each quarter leading up to the time of recommendation. And once you meet that threshold, then we're evaluating on a case-by-case basis based on observations in class. But just know that you have to have that threshold to be recommended at all. There will be lots more on grading in terms of specifics when you check out the syllabus. In fact, the syllabus is available for anybody to read. If you just go to my website and go to the classes part, you can see the syllabus online at any time. But students, I'll direct you to that during class, so you'll be able to take a look. All right, expectations. I expect everybody to be on time for class and prepared. And that means for all classes, you'll need to have your calculator charged, ready to go. If you're in a geometry class, we're going to need a compass and a protractor most days. So have that equipment with you as well. Everybody should have a writing utensil. So just know that you have to have the basics to be prepared each day. When I say strong 40, I mean for a 40-minute class period, I'm expecting your best. There may be some days where we have outside of class assignments, but most of the time, what you need to do is going to be contained within those 40 minutes. So I expect you to be there on time and give me a strong 40 every single day. If you can do that, you're going to be successful. Communicate, communicate, communicate. This is a real big thing for me, as I mentioned on a previous slide. If there's ever something that you need, that you're falling behind on, that you have a question about, I expect you to advocate for yourselves and to communicate with me right away. Same thing with families. I'm hoping that that line of communication will be open all year long, so don't hesitate to reach out to me. If it is a student trying to communicate about an outside class, about something that they're working on outside of class or a concern, and you email me outside of school hours, I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I mentioned the two kids that I have of my own, so I am fairly busy outside of school, but I will do my best to respond to you if it's outside of school hours. Be accountable for your work. Anything you put your name on, you should show pride in that and be when you submit something, it should be something that you can be proud of. And finally, be kind. This encompasses all respect issues. When you are in my classroom or anywhere in the building or anywhere generally in life, try to be kind. Try to be kind to your peers and to your teachers. All right. Lastly, there are many methods of support that you can access. And come back to communication again. You will be able to find any material that you want to know about through Google Classroom, through the weekly planner, through the calendar. You'll be able to see things. If after looking things up yourself, you can't find them, just email me. Email a class member or text a class member. Your study team partners, people that you sit with in class, hopefully you'll have communication information from them, whether it's a phone number or a Snapchat or something else like that. But try to do your best to obtain that information on your own. The tutoring, I have a tutoring period fifth, so if you're free fifth period, you'll be able to access me directly. But if your free period falls some other time of the day, there's always a math teacher on duty that can help you through whatever assignment you're working on or whatever concept you're having trouble with. If all else fails, I can meet with you before or after school. That needs to be by appointment, but I'm happy to come in early or stay late with you if we need to. Anything that I didn't address here will certainly be addressed during the first week of school, so just any questions that you may have, save those, be ready with them, and I will expand on those when I see you. I'm excited to meet you all, both students and families alike. I hope this was informative, and I'll talk to you soon.